It is the middle of November, and I can still wear shorts. I do have a sweatshirt on, but I think I might regret it. It's a zip hoodie, so. Oh, all the girls are up here. I don't know what they're doing. It's kind of like extended golden hour light these days. See what everybody's up to. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that the boys were very bad this week. So they are in permanent jail for the rest of the season. Permanent jail. Hello! Because they broke the chain on this gate. To the point that it won't keep them in, but it will honestly keep the pigs in just for sleeping. If we were doing anything more than sleeping, it would not work, but just for sleeping right now. So these guys have all of this, and he's probably gonna want to go out, and he can't because it's pigs. Pig time to be out, but we're gonna go in over here and jump the fence. He can't be in with Toonie. If you didn't know that, Toonie will attack him. So he's fine. He and Pork Chop get along great. He and the boys get along great. He and the girls get along great. Toonie will bite him. So he can't go in, so I'm not gonna go this way. Hey buddy, Duke. We can't go right now. Can't go right now. I know, can't go, I sorry. The piggy will get you. So sad, I'll have to go the other way. Bummer. So permanent jail for them until I need one of them to breed, which is a whole other mess. So Padme hopefully was bred this week. She didn't want to stand, but then she wasn't in heat the day before or the day after. Who knows? When I got her and Bean together, Luke broke the chain, or Bean, or both of them headbutting the gate, broke the chain and Luke got out, and so then I immediately had to get her out because I didn't need her and Luke to breed. We will see. April 6th is her due date, so we may have to look at an end of April, beginning of May for her if that did not take. Everybody's so much healthier this year. Thank you for coming out because it's very sunny and hot. So one down. Still waiting on Poppy, Pixie, maybe Chai. Have not had either of one of them yet this month, but I believe we bred them both Thanksgiving last year. Like I literally think I bred one of them on Thanksgiving. So that would make sense. Thanks for being so supportive of our new series. Glad you guys are enjoying it. It's taking some pressure off me and makes me like just all of this a little bit easier to get you a video every week because I know exactly what I'm gonna do, and I can kind of do it in the afternoon when I get home from work, which is nice. What are you guys doing? See, like no one's even talking to him. Nobody is yelling. He's just wild. What do you guys think? Hubba Bun. So it's Pixie's day today. Pixie Stick. Yeah, it's hi. So when I was looking at Pixie stuff, Pixie was born in 2017. That is correct, 2017. Because Mom was born in 2014. She had her first set of babies, no, 2015. First set of babies in 2016. Pixie was her second set, 2017. Pixie and Violet was Daisy had Violet. So we're gonna stay in family groups. So Twiz, who we did last week, Murder Goat. This is Twiz's daughter. So this is her second kidding. Pixie, we bred to our blue-eyed buck that had horns. I really thought she was polled. We went on a trip and came back, and her horns were to the point that we could not disbud her at that point. Itched on by everybody. She is not the friendliest goat. I will put in some pictures, some baby pictures of her from the old farm. So she is 7 as of this year. She will be 7 in March. She's 6. So she's kind of the next oldest after Nani and the other girls. So the other like foundation, after my foundation does, she's the next oldest. And she is this black and white, sorry I can't even see, this black and white goat. And she and Tink look very similar, but Tink is quite a bit smaller. Pixie has longer horns, but now I'm realizing they both have purple collars on. They both have white tips on their tail. They are not related at all. Tink does not belong to our other little black goat family. We did not breed her until she was 2. Because she was kind of my first goat my first baby goat to breed. And after breeding Twiz at 8 months, I realized I probably should give them and breed them at a year to have babies at 2. So that's what we did. She's had some really pretty babies over the years, with Waffles and Fern, and all of her babies either kind of look like her. A lot of them have had the Chamoisi, and then she had 2 almost solid white babies the last couple of years. So we've only bred her the last 4 years, and I think she missed breeding 1 year. That's right. I think she's only had 3 kittings because she missed breeding 1 year. She and Zelda both missed 1 year, and that was probably due to parasites just all around. But she is an excellent milker, and I'm sorry, she really is she's never gonna come around when everybody else is in my face. She kind of does her own thing. She's not a super affectionate goat. It took a lot to kind of get her used to people. She's always liked me. She really hates everybody else. But even now, like if you're milking her, she gets into the routine, and it's not super difficult to get on the stand if she knows what's going on. She does not like to be medicated. She's like Daisy, that I have to trap her in a kennel in one of the pens in the barn to medicate her, because she knows. If you're doing wormer, if you're doing copper, she absolutely hates it and she will run away. Her mama is not that way, because her mom needs to be in my business all the time, don't you? You didn't want anywhere near me last week when it was your video, but today, this is our they thought this was their week. It's not, it's next week. She is a heavy producer milk-wise. I really like this line. They're just a little bit too narrow to me to be just like super perfect. Nice udder, great teat improvement off of Twiz. Twiz has those narrow, not narrow, but like small teat orifices. Pixie does not. Pixie's udder texture is beautiful. She's super easy to milk. She was very difficult to stand train, but has really high capacity like Mom, like even better capacity, and is way easier as far as like teat size and bag texture than Twiz is. It's a little bit sneakier and harder to breed. She has false heats, so she will cycle twice a month. That's what she did last year, was she cycled twice every month, and she would have a heat and then a false heat, or a false heat and then a true heat. And so I always breed her twice, because I never know which one it is. And that was why she skipped breeding 1 year, is because I bred her on the false heat and not her true heat. So it's a little quirky thing about her. We kept 2 of her babies a couple years ago, Waffles and Fern. Fern died. She got a respiratory illness, and we just and you guys remember, we kept her in the garage. We really tried to get her better, and she's too sick. We grew Waffles out as a really nice buckling, and I'll put some pictures in of them, and sold him as a full-grown buck after we bred him, and he threw some really pretty babies with Poppy. Hi, best friend. Will you come get some scratches? She's like, I don't know. Probably not. Hi, Pop Pop. She has the nickname Best Friend because she was so hard to get to be friendly. She only likes me. I have never actually seen her let anybody else pet her outside of like being on the milk stand. Parker, I swear, y'all, this dude may lose his privileges. I think I said this last fall. I think that there is a strong possibility that he was not castrated just perfectly, and he's got a little too much testosterone. I don't think enough to breed anybody, but I think enough to just be a little bit of trouble. He doesn't pee on himself, but has way more attitude than these 2 clowns. Yeah? Mom talking about you? See, I'm not a clown. I'm a sweet boy. You are. You, sir, I've been learning some bad behaviors. So after, I think the first time that she had babies, or when she was pregnant for the first time, she just all of a sudden decided that she liked me. Hi. Would we like a scratch? Oh, Mom's gonna get knocked over. Hi, best friend. And she loves to be pet, and she loves to scratch, and she will come and ask for them. But usually I want you guys to understand what is happening. I'm being headbutted by this goat. Your mom's headbutting me, and I got Pepper in my back. Pepper, stop. He just got hung up in my coat. She's very sweet and affectionate, but she, you really have to let her come to you. She does not like if I approach her usually. So it just has my own personality, Mom. Just say hi. She's just very sweet. She is a very, like, she's not near as angry as Twiz is, I would say. She's very chill. She just kind of likes to do her own thing. She's very bonded to her mom, but she's my best buddy when she wants to be. But she headbutted my dad the other day, and he was like, no more. Didn't you? Were you a little bit of a stink? You were always a stink. I'm being chewed on. Not sure by who. Hi, Sally. Hi, baby. Oh, goodness. Mom can't sit down, and that's the only way Pixie will let you pet her. Bye, Pixie. No, it's not your turn. It's not. Oh, my goodness. Pixie's never had any major health issues. She's always been great, been healthy. She's a great mom. She takes really good care of her babies. She is a lot like Twiz. If you look at her birth video from this year, girlfriend literally camped out here and was gonna have her babies. She does not look like she's in labor until she's pushing. She doesn't seem distressed, she doesn't make a lot of noise. She just kind of hangs out, and then all of a sudden they're babies. I have been very lucky to be present for every single kidding for her, mostly because I picked her up the very first time for like 2 days, close to her due date. Never any kidding problems, does really great. She's very loud. She screams. It's very funny. Hi! Hi, Miss Ma'am. Are you guys out of food? Oh my goodness, something got you. You been in fighting with somebody? Don't be doing that. Just a great little doe. Just does really well. I'm really glad that we kept a doeling out of Twiz now that she's retired. So she'll be 7, so she has 2 more years. She'll breed at 7 and 8, like breed to kid at 7 and 8, and then she'll be done like everybody else. We will not breed for the year that they turn 9. When they're 8, when they turn 9, which is Bunny, Nani, Twizzy, Zelda, all of them. Very healthy, never any issues with parasites. Copper is always an issue with the black goats, but everybody's just generally healthier here on this property. She's funny. We love her. Like I said, she's the daughter out of Twiz. We don't have her sire here on property. He was one of the other 2 bucks that I showed you a picture of last week. He had blue eyes. She's our only blue-eyed animal on the farm. We did have Waffles. I did consider keeping him as a blue-eyed buck to replace Luke, because he was a Luke-Pixie combination. And I probably should have kept him and probably sold one of the other older bucks at that point. But, you know, hindsight. He's beautiful, beautiful little guy, and had really great personality like her. Very chill, very laid back, which I really like. Luke is that way. Bean is not. Is Mom not providing you enough attention? Hello. She's just a good little goat. I mean, I like them all, but she definitely has her unique personality. I will say that she's a lot like Twiz. She's just a lot more chill. She got more of that buck's personality than she did Twiz's. Twiz can be a little feisty, a little anxious. Pixie's probably a little bit more hard-headed, but she's usually pretty laid back. And she's a good girl. And her full register name is Pixie Stick, and she's also American Goat Society and not American Dairy Goat Association. So she's AGS. They're both AGS registered. There you go, mom and daughter. Right here together. And then Tink. Everybody's very happy. Munchy munchy. I think the pigs are happy to not be in jail. She yells at us like all the time through the window. Like I will have just gone in. And they all act neglected, but they're not. They all get plenty of pats and scritches and food and treats every day. Probably what she's wanting is me to feed her because it's like an hour away from dinner. So I'll go make sure there's food. So Padme bred for April 6th-ish, hopefully. Hopefully we'll start to see Pixie and Poppy in the next week or so. All that. They're happy little goobers. Happy, happy. Mr. Pork Chop is happy. I think Toonie is mad because she loves the hickory nuts, and so there's a bunch of hickory nuts over there this time of year, and like you can hear her from in the house eating them because they're so crunchy. And I've taken her out of, number one, her favorite place to take a nap, and taken away the hickory nuts, but I know pigs. And the reason it's so much more important for them to be out relative to the boys is they will dig holes when they're bored, looking for grubs and fun things to eat. And the boys, once they have hay, will be 100% fine pen. But it's so important for the pigs to have more mental stimulation. Pigs are just really smart, and they are very destructive when bored. So think of pigs kind of like Labrador puppies or Australian Shepherds. Like if they don't have something to do, they get into lots of trouble. I only have to put up one feeder against this now, so he can't get through. Hi, Bubba. What are you doing? We're gonna let it rain one time and then Mom will start petting you again, but you still smell like boy goat and it's hard to get off her hands. You having a good day? That's a rock. That's not food. This is like, I couldn't get you to even talk to me last week. Grumpy old girl. My grumpy old girl.